people don't understand about me and the me's of the world. I'm a stoner kid. I've got very high anxiety. I'm really, really gullible, and I'm super fucking paranoid. Everyone's always out to get me. And so April Fool's Day is just about the worst holiday ever for your girl rocks. And I'm guessing for a lot of you guys. Like, I fucking hate April Fool's Day. I can't stand April Fool's Day. I've tried it every which way. I've tried to be the one making all the pranks. I've tried to be the one on guard all day. I've tried to be really chill and relaxed, like, oh, nobody's prank can get me. Even if it does, who cares? It's April Fool's Day. I'm the cool chick. No iteration of it works for me. I do not like today. You can't trust anything. You can't trust anything anyway, but especially on April Fool's Day. I had a lot of scheduled things today. I had a lunch scheduled, which was actually awesome and happened. I got to get lunch with Smets and with Kaiser and with Frankie Numbers and with Kaiser's cell phone. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. I made him try to call me an Uber. With Smet's amazing wife and baby. It was great. But there in the back of my head the whole time was like, is there even really a lunch? Are they pranking me? Am I going to get there and there is no lunch? Do I even exist? So that I had a business meeting today with the World Girls and somebody else who's interested in possibly working with us. The whole time, I'm sitting there skeptical as fuck. Is it actually going to happen? What's taking place? Is any of this real? Are you real? Am I real? Any text I got all day, any tweet I read all day, anything that went down, I am skeptical. And because of that, I'm on edge all day. I'm still on edge. I don't even know if I'm here right now. Right before the show started, I got a text from Winston. And Winston texted me and said, kick ass tonight. And I panicked. I thought, do I have a match tonight? And then I thought, maybe he's pranking me. He's pranking me that I have a match. And that's what he's going to go with. And so I'm sitting there and I think, how should I respond? If this is a prank or if it's real, or what if I actually have something? So I texted him back, what's happening tonight? And he said, oh, I just see you're about to go live. That's where I'm at today. And this is my dear friend Winston, who moved a fucking tree into my house last night. That I'll talk about later. But just in general, this day cannot be trusted. Do not trust me today. I do not trust you today. Don't come near me. I will not come near you unless you can't trust what I just said, because it could be a fool. And by the way, what is April Fool's Day? Am I the fool because I feel like a fool? Is it fooling? And what is considered fooling somebody? What is considered a joke? And what is considered mean? No. So today, we're going to break down a few different parts of this day. Number one, the worst April Fool's trick that ended up sticking with me forever. I'm going to talk about that. Number two, my attempted April Fool's trick today, or April Fool's joke that didn't work at all. Number three, Volkswagen botched their April Fool's joke. And number four, James Charles, who a lot of you guys might not even know, but if you do, he's a YouTuber, TikToker, makeup artist, that a lot of people don't like. And he put out a really lengthy apology today on April Fool's Day. But I think it's a real apology. Just the timing of all of it. Sus. And he mentions that in the video, and we'll talk all about that as well. So that's what's on tap for this April Fool's nighttime show. I told you guys when I started this new iteration of this show that I wanted to try to do a couple more nighttime streams. And today, when I realized that I was able to, because I had a meeting at 3 and Smets and Kaiser and Frankie Numbers were meeting up earlier. I thought they were going to meet at 2, but they were meeting at 1. And I realized I was going to be able to make it to lunch. And you know, I'm double vaxxed and they're all vaxxed. So I was really excited. I haven't gone to lunch with my friends in a year. And so I was like, oh my God, I can do this. Great. I'll do a nighttime show. This is awesome. So here I am at night. But then when I wrote in the Discord, I'm going to do a nighttime show, then I thought maybe they think that I'm fooling them. But I wasn't. Mostly because I fucking hate April Fools. All right, you guys know what to do. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Also right here in the super chat. Let's see what's going on in there before we break down some of the April Fool's nightmares. Streamlabs in. Let me know your worst April Fool's story. Or your best. If you like April Fools, make a case for it. Come at me. Come at me, bro. Bryce Ratliff says, I have never related more to a statement. The stoner kid, the paranoia, the anxiety, being extremely gullible. I feel seen. Hope your day was good. Totally. There's a reason that I like to smoke pot every day. It's because I'm already so on edge about everything else. But then the pot causes the paranoia. And it's like, which one do we want? The anxiety or the paranoia? Because we got to choose one today. Just, nope. Not into it. And I have yet to smoke today. Just not feeling this day, y'all. And so far, as far as April Fool's days go, this has been an okay one. One year I got a blood blister on April Fool's Day that was so gnarly. It has nothing to do with the day, but just thought I'd share that story. All right, going into Streamlabs. Like I said, today is April Fool's Day, which means that it is officially April 1st. We are out of March. Hope y'all paid that rent. Oh, boy. Weston Ira was our first of the day. Thank you to Weston, who said, I just saw Godzilla vs. Kong. It could be the best of the MonsterVerse so far. The human stuff, like Kyle Chandler's character being written like he was in Scary Movie 3, were the worst parts, in my opinion. Anyway, hashtag Team Zilla. You know I'm Team Kong, but I appreciate that. And I think we're actually going to be doing a Godzilla v. Kong review for World Girls this Sunday on top of another topic. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if we've shared that yet, but just so you guys know. Glenn Caesar in the house says Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan McNally arrest the cops to kill Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Glenn, I'm going to put an asterisk in that. I hope that yesterday or tomorrow is the day. If on April Fools they go and make those arrests that we've been waiting for, I'm fucking sus. That would be the worst prank of all time. So hopefully tomorrow or yesterday. Today, fucking sus. Justice for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. Hashtag say their names. Hello and good afternoon, Roxy. Oh, you put these in at the 1:30 time. Thanks for always being there and here for us, hanging out with us as much as you do. Love to you, Grammy Papo. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours. Thanks for being open to trying things and inspiring me to do the same. I did some breathing exercises and repeated various mantras this morning. I could feel myself relaxing and ease returning as the bricks of congestion, CP-related constriction in parts of my body and brain were evaporating. Interesting. So thank you, RJ. Rockstars and world friends, that visualization leads to manifestation and that we have power over ourselves. Our own thoughts and feelings, when put into action, along with how we respond to people, allows us to help and create and define who we are. Absolutely to that. Glenn also says, congrats, Roxy, RJ, Rock, Skittles, Chunk, GPS, Misdirection, Silver the Elf, Zilla, Queen Badges, Dimple, Schmodown, Moti, on all that's in the works and unfolding for you. And the new adventures of Roxy. Roxy's best, Roxy number 1. Yeah. Happy Roxy days. Good vibes on garnering all of your much-deserved success. Good luck with all the hosting, filming, auditions, and or booking other projects coming up for you. What's for Roxy is Roxy's. You're earning it all because, Chunk, You're fucking fire. What's for you is yours. Glenn, you are so freaking sweet. I really appreciate you. Lloyd Nance in the house says, Roxy, happy April Fools. Love ya. Rob Fishbeck says, getting vaccinated tomorrow morning. Slightly nervous, but very excited nonetheless. Hell yeah, Rob. That's a lot of people that have been getting vaccinated. D got vaccinated also. Really stoked about that. Slowly but surely, people are getting vaxxed. It's hell yeah excited. What does it's hell yeah excited mean? I don't know. Are y'all getting my notifications for the show? It's so fucking frustrating that YouTube is doing what it's doing. Big pile of fucking dirt shit. Glenn Caesar also said, good thoughts to you, RJ, and all the rockstars and world friends who show up and give their support whenever they can. Don't forget, when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. Roxy and everyone else who shows up for people. You're kind, you're smart, you're unique, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet, makes you worthy. Your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Let's go, Smets. Yes, Smets. He looked fucking amazing today. He's like ripped. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at his calves. I was like, dude, you are fucking still ripped. It's insane. Today, tomorrow, and more. Smash cancer all day, every day. Be most excellent. RJ and Rockstar show up for people who need it. It makes you dope as fuck, humane and worthy. Cheers to Fuck Yeah News and laughter in 2021 and beyond. Thank you. Yes, Star Gonzalez with that huge support. Fuck yeah, Star. So glad I get to hear you live again in Fuck Yeah News. I got my first dose. Love you. Yes, Star. Yes, yes, yes. Bryce Rat 1 says, the only perk to being incredibly gullible, paranoid, anxious, and often stoned is that on April Fool's Day, I'm always ready to find the bullshit. I was able to catch every joke today at my job. LOL, obsessed with the nighttime streams, by the way. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, but even when I'm ready to catch them, it still makes me fucking anxious all day. It's not fun. Glenn Caesar says, I'm with you, Roxy. I do not like April Fool's Day. Totally. A day all about lying, deceiving people. Nope. No thank you to all of it. Even Steph pulled an April Fool's joke. Love Steph. Still didn't appreciate her joke on Twitter and Instagram. Asterisk is okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know. At first I wrote and was like, to her joke about finding the boyfriend, and I wrote something like, LOL, almost had a heart attack. And then when we were in our meeting after, she was like, dude, don't reveal the joke. And I was like, oh, so then I wrote and was like, oh my God. John Get Bent in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider says, hey, you almost made it. Don't get pranked now. I got my boss today with the walk up to the office looking bummed and out of it, just said, I just fucked up a whole order and I need help fixing it. He falls for it every year. I'll prank my boss, but not my friends. That's so mean. Oh, I mean, it's not that mean, but it still is a little mean. It's a wee bit mean. Going into the super chat, Curtis Mason says, can we do a quick advice corner today? Yeah, what do you need advice on? Curtis, let me know. I've got you. You talk to me. Tell me your area that you need, and then I'd be happy to help. I hope that it's something that doesn't seem like I'm giving you April Fool's joke advice. Hope it's real. Hope it's, I don't know. Or maybe you're not looking for any specific advice. Maybe you just want advice. My advice is beware on April Fools. Okay. So this is the April Fool's joke. And you guys send yours in. Streamlabs.com, super chat, all that. This is the April Fool's joke that happened to me when I was younger. I'm sure this happened to you guys. It's a very common one, especially growing up. Or maybe not. But it's fucking disgusting. And you guys know I'm an extreme germaphobe, so this was fucking disgusting. Do you guys remember when Altoids put out those Altoids that were not like Altoids? Instead, they tasted like sour fruit circles. There were these little sour fruit circles that came in a tin. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. That's really what they were. And so there was this boy, John, in middle school who had all of those. And in the morning, he went around and offered us all Altoids. At this point, I was already an extreme germaphobe. And I took one of them and I ate it. And then afterwards, oh, it makes me have chills. Afterwards, he told me that he had spit all over it. He had spit all over the fucking Altoids. And I was so grossed out. Ugh. And then when I came home and told my family about it, I was like, he did the classic Altoid trick. And that's what I called it. And forever, my family would not let me live down the classic Altoid trick, or whatever. That's what they would call it. But because that's what I called it. They made so much fun of me. Like, that's not a classic trick. It's disgusting. And then every time there's a classic Altoid trick, I would like cringe because I think about the germs and just disgusting for a germaphobe, but for anybody. Just why would anybody do that? So gross. So that really was the start of my vengeance on April Fools. Ugh, hated it after that. Couldn't understand why you would do that to somebody. Why would you get joy or pleasure out of watching somebody eat your spit? So fucking disgusting. And John was actually a really sweet kid, but that was fucking rude and stuck with me forever, and I hated it. And just because April Fools does not mean it's okay to put other people through pain and suffering and disgustingness. Gross. Ryan Payne in here says, Drake's Trust Issues should be the official song for April Fool's Day. Totally. Curtis Mason says, what are some good ways to ask a girl for her number? Okay. Totally depends on the girl. So you guys already know I hate April Fool's Day, so I'm obviously not going to give you fake advice. I'm going to give you real advice. Totally depends on the girl. If you, there's a little fucking fruit fly that's been here all day. Did I get it? No, I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. If you know the girl, but you probably don't if you don't have her number. So if she's a stranger, typically I don't just go up to somebody or advise anybody go up to somebody and just ask for their number, because it can be very jarring. So maybe you could go up and strike a conversation. And if you guys are vibing, you could maybe say like, oh, I would love to keep in touch. Are you on social? I always prefer if somebody asks me for my handle than my number. If it's an event in which we don't have any mutual friends or I don't know them, because I'm really uncomfortable giving out my number. That feels just uncomfortable for me. But if you guys have mutual friends or you're at a party or you have, people who are setting you guys up or anything like that, then I think it's okay to just be like, I'm really vibing with you. I don't know if you're on the same page, but if you are, would you mind if I grabbed your number? Something along those lines, and just be kind of direct about it and about your intentions. Hopefully that helps. If anybody else has any advice in that arena, make sure to let us know. And if anybody has any April Fool's Day stories, Streamlabs them in. Speaking of which, Lloyd Nance in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, the worst April Fool's Day prank ever was our girl Steph's abroad today on Twitter telling the world she has a new boyfriend. Yeah, but y'all fell for it. That was weak. Not weak. Oh, did I see it? Oh, I got it. Look, let's see if I can show it to you. Hold on. I'm going to put it real close. Wow. Camera is really good, actually. You can see all my lines in my hand. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to put it on the table for now, I guess, and then I killed a bug on my face on my walk with Kaiser and Smets and Dasha and their baby today. I went like this, and I looked, and it was just a dead mosquito. It's like, that was on my fucking face. It was really, really something. Truly something. So, anyway, Roxy 1, fruit fly 0. That's where we're at with that. I cannot wait to wash my hands after that. That shit is riddled with shit. Yeah. It's just the truth. Oh, April Fools. Okay. Did you guys see what Volkswagen did? Did you all see what Volkswagen did today? I don't even fully fucking understand this story. But I guess in advance, they had this big new launch, and before April Fools, I guess they announced that they were changing the name instead of Volkswagen to Volkswagen. And then it majorly backfired with investors or whatever the fuck it was. I honestly read 15 different iterations of this story. Bloomberg did a whole breakdown of it, and I was just like, why would companies risk this? It seems so strange. It seems so weird. It's very off. Those are my only thoughts on that. TBH. Those are my only thoughts on Volkswagen. I drive a Volkswagen. I love my Volkswagen. I'm obsessed with my Volkswagen. But really, Volkswagen? This just seems so silly. And kind of on that one, you reap what you sow a little bit. You just do. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Bryce Route 1 says, Roxy, I need you to star in an action franchise where you get revenge on everyone who's ever messed with you on April Fool's Day. Spitty Altoid guy is obviously the final boss in Roxy Stryer, the Altoid Avenger, because ew, I am so sorry. I should write a comedy about that. That's fucking funny. And yes, it was disgusting. Pink Sweets in the Streamlabs says, hi, your eyebrows look great. I got my joggers today and I went shopping in them. I was warm. LOL. They're lovely. Did you name your plant and will you be getting more? Have a good day. Pink Sweets, you're awesome. Every part of this comment is amazing. Thank you for complimenting my eyebrows. I've been using this Benefit Brow. It's called, I think Benefit Brow Miracle or something. And it's really nice to just like kind of, it's like a little gel and just kind of keeps them in place, which I'm really happy about. So thank you for noticing my change in product. I had been using Anastasia for a really long time, and I still really like her product, but there's more controversy there. In terms of the joggers, we still don't have ours yet. So please tweet us a picture of them so we can retweet it. We want to see, and that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that and getting those. And I'm glad that you like them. You went shopping with them. No, I haven't named my plant yet. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I'm going to try to, let me see if I can rotate the webcam so you guys can try to see hold on. Can you see the plant in the corner of my room? Do you see the plant? I'm so fucking happy about it. I put it on my Instagram too. I still have to figure out where I'm going to be shooting in this apartment. I haven't made it work yet. I'm obsessed with the plant. And thank you to Brennan. Thank you to Winston, and thank you to Steph, because it was a full-blown 4-person job. And thank you to Anthony, who was the shirtless man across the street that Steph and I flagged down to help us as well. Yes, that's a true story. So 5-person job. Everybody really came through for your girl Rocks. And Cameron offered to help as well, but I didn't need him to come at that point. It was just very nice. I'm really happy with the plant. And the plant's supposed to take all the toxins out of the air, which is really, really exciting to me. And where'd the dead bug go? Where the fuck's the dead bug? I'm telling you, the dead bug is not here anymore. Oh, no, it's there. It's there. It was a really heavy plant. And I got it in a cement thing, so it's just really heavy. Really heavy. Zachary, did he look good shirtless? 6-pack abs. Yeah, he was ripped. That's why we asked for his help. It was very nice of him. Anthony was very, very sweet. So I don't know what I'm going to name it. I don't even know that people name plants. I want all the plants in the world, but I probably can only afford to get one every other month. And probably not for a while after taxes. Plants are mad fucking expensive. But I got it at a lumber store, and I went with like the least expensive. There was a version of it that was twice as expensive with like thicker leaves that were really dank, but just couldn't justify it. And then there was a plant that I loved. It was so beautiful, and it was $500 fucking dollars. And I was like, who can buy a $500 plant? That's so expensive. It's just a lot of money. Plants be crazy, but I get it. They're beautiful. I want to grow plants. I want to do all the things with plants. I'm a big plant girl now. All right, going back to April Fools. And don't forget to Streamlabs in your stories. Today, I attempted to tell an April Fool's joke just to try to play along. I'm in a group with my 3 best girlfriends from high school. It's the 4 of us. We're called OOF. By we're called, I mean, we refer to ourselves as OOF. In high school, we called ourselves OOF. OOF. It stands for Our Only Friends, because we just were our only friends. There was a fifth one of us in high school. She, after high school, decided she didn't want to be our friend anymore. She went to college and let us know she just didn't really want to be our friend anymore. So she left the group. And then it was the four of us. And so these three other best girlfriends of mine are like OG ride or dies. They have been with me through the ringer so many times, and they're just amazing. And there's just no world in which they're not my best friends till I die. So I texted them today in our group, which we text in all the time. And I just wrote, what did I try to say to them? I was late at night, so I thought, okay, enough time's gone by in the day where they're probably not even thinking about April Fools anymore. Let me just try something and see if it works. Because I was just so sick and tired of being April Fools that I wanted to fool somebody. So I said, after much thought and consideration, I've decided to leave this group of friends and this text thread. It's just not healthy for me anymore. I wish you all the best of luck. Be well. And then Sarah just wrote back, not gonna fly. Better be an April Fool's joke, you bitch. And then I sent a picture to them. And with this, like this, with the fake person, and I said, me and then the name of the girl that left our group of friends, me and blank are gonna start our own friend group. And then they were all dying, laughing. I thought it was fucking funny. They were all like, that was so stupid. It's just, nobody would fall for that shit. And then my most gullible friend, Dana, was like, I fell for it for a second, but then I kept reading. I was like, this is just such a silly, it was such a stupid prank. I tried so hard. This is why I can't prank people, because I immediately gave up that I was kidding. Like, what am I going to do? Actually pretend? I can't. Jeff Craig says, greetings from OZ. OZ. From Oz? Greetings from Oz? Also, the Fool represents the beginning of an adventure, tarot. So chill out. Just saying hi and cheers. Jeff Craig, I didn't understand literally any of that sentence. You're talking about tarot cards, but telling people to chill out, I don't know. Is OZ Oz like Ozzy, oi, oi, oi? Or are you the wizard? Are you the Fool or are you the wizard? Talk to us. So happy to know you. Just appreciate it. You guys are all the best. Don't forget to get in your Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Questions, comments, concerns, advice corners, or any kind of frickin' April Fool's Day story. So the craziest April Fool's Day story that I saw, which I guess isn't really an April Fool's Day story, but is about this guy named James Charles. So for those of you guys who do not know, James Charles is a very prominent guy in the social space. I say social space because I don't really know what to call influencers anymore. He's a big YouTuber. He is certainly friends with all of the celebrities. He's a makeup artist. He's got a huge TikTok, and he is worth millions and millions of dollars. So this is a guy who is very, very prominent in that space, if that makes sense. And he is he's up Schitt's Creek a little bit, and it's not the first time he's been up Schitt's Creek a little bit. So he's 21 years old, and I say that to say that at 21, I know legally you're not a child, but I still believe that this is a very young man. He's very, very young. And to be as rich as he is at that age, and to be as successful as he's been for as long as he's been, he's going to be 22 in May. He's very, very young. So I will say that. He was caught several years ago. By several, I can't mean that many because he's only 21 now. So I think it was in 2019 where there was a big scandal about him. So 2 years ago. So he must have been 19 years old, with him talking to minors, and him talking to minors on Snapchat, and by talking, I mean flirting and trying to convince them to sext with him and say a lot of things. And We've heard interviews with him saying that as much as he would like to be with an older guy, he's only been attracted to people his age or younger. And at that point, when he was found, when all these messages were released about him flirting with these minors, he released the other side of these messages at that time about how those minors lied about their age and that he was not aware that they were not 18 and all of that stuff. Then for this time around, he was caught again. I guess he was messaging with people. He asked how old they were. They claimed they were 18. They were not. They were 16. And he has been exchanging very flirtatious and inappropriate messages with minors as a 21-year-old with 16-year-olds who he believed to be 18. He put out, and this is something that a lot of people have said, a lot of minors have said, he made them uncomfortable. He made them try to send him things that they didn't want to send him. And he put out today on April Fool's, he says he filmed it last night, but he released today on his YouTube a 15-minute video kind of breaking down the whole situation. And he's saying, the last time I put out a video was to prove all of the people wrong and that I didn't know and all this stuff. This time I'm putting out a video to tell you guys how much I have grown, because I just did this, yes, but I didn't know. And that means it's on me, and I'm really fucking sorry, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to change. And instead of just asking somebody's age, I'm going to do the research to figure it out. And I understand that because I'm a celebrity, people are going to lie to me because they feel pressure and all of this stuff. And so he's trying to explain how this is different than his last time, because this time he understands the severity of the situation. He understands that this is completely on him. He understands that this is his fault and that he's going to move forward with only talking to people who are of age. He says in the video, it's really unfortunate I'm releasing this on April Fool's because this is not a joke. I think he probably could have waited till April 2nd to put it out, but okay. He just said he didn't want to wait another minute before he released it. He's, at this point, this is like his 5th apology that I've seen for something. And I'm not saying that this is a horrible guy who is not going to grow into himself or into being a better person. But what I will say is that I remember being young and making mistakes, not these kind of mistakes, because minors were never, that was never my fucking, just no. But I remember being young and making mistakes and then quickly apologizing for them and then explaining why I've grown and then making the same mistakes and the same things. Like I remember, you guys know, when I was younger, I had quite a substance abuse problem, and I would use, and then I would apologize for punching my friend at the bar and say, I really get it. I'm really sorry. And then I would be fucked up, and then I would get kicked out of Fenway Park. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, it's not going to happen again. And then the next time I would be at a bar, I'd get in a fight with a random person, and then I'd tell my friends, I'm so sorry, it's not going to happen again. And then I would come home and I'd puke all over the house and say, I'm so sorry, it's not going to happen again. Because when you're in it and you think at that age that you're sorry, you just want it to go away, but you're not ready to actually put in the work. And even though this time he explains why he is putting in the work, I just don't think he gets it. I just don't get the sense that he gets it yet. And I kind of think he needs to take a back seat for a while and really reassess, because even though there's a clear black and white in this country and in our society about being over 18 and being under 18, he is 21 years old. And these people that he's talking to, it's illegal for sure to do it. It's disgusting and illegal to talk to minors. But when he was 19 and he's talking to somebody who's 17, they're 2 years younger than him. And I'm not making excuses for predators by any means. I'm just saying I believe that to be different than when we're talking about people who are 50 taking advantage of 17-year-olds. It is a little different to me. Not standing up for this man. I've not heard very good things about this man. If he was listening to an advice corner, I just really think that he needs to take a step back. He needs to chill in therapy He needs to really grow and learn. He needs to not be monetizing these videos on his YouTube where he's apologizing, getting tons of views and clicks on it. He just needs to, if you're actually sorry, which I don't know that he is, I guess I don't know that he isn't, make your apology and then fade into the background for a little bit. Do some self-care and some self-work. Make things right as much as you can, because it's just not a cute look. Ace Club 96, happy April Fool's Day. This super chat is not a joke, though. You are a doll. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. You're freaking awesome. I saw this TikTok the other day that really, really stuck with me. And I know that's a weird sentence because it was on TikTok, but this woman took a piece of paper and she said to her son, say things to me, say mean things to me. And every time you say something mean to me, I'm going to crinkle this piece of paper. And it would be more powerful right now if I had a piece of paper in front of me, but hey, that's the way it fucking works. The only thing I can see that's paper is my vaccination card, and I don't think we should be fucking with that. So she said, say mean things to me, and every time you say something, I'm going to crinkle it a little bit. So the son said, your breath smells. She crinkled it. You're gross. She crinkles it. You're mean. She crinkles it, whatever. So she, at the end of the mean comments, the paper is completely crinkled up. And then she said, now apologize to me. Now say you're sorry. And so the little boy says, I'm sorry. And so then she opens the piece of paper up. And just as you can imagine, a piece of paper that had been crinkled, it's all kind of crinkly, but it's open. And she said, is this piece of paper whole again? Is this piece of paper normal again? He says, no. And she said, this is why we don't bully people. And that really resonated with me, because even though James can say sorry right now, he still really affected people, and he still really hurt people, and that people need time to heal, because right now it's just a bunch of crinkled pieces of paper that, just because they're not crinkled into a ball and they're crinkled more out, doesn't mean that they're not fucking hurting. And when you've hurt people, you need to let people heal. And what none of these people seem to understand, none of the people who are being quote unquote canceled or Me Too people or whatever it is just because you said sorry, and even if you feel awful, and even if you know that you were wrong, that's not really enough, because you're just in the spotlight so much and you're still in people's faces. Sometimes it really just means taking a step back, and that's what people seem to be unwilling to do. And so for the David Dobrik's of the world, or the James Charles of the world, or whatever, sometimes you really just need to take a step back to let people breathe and heal. And yeah, that's what I will say about him. And the timing of the April Fool's Day just shows his lack of maturity still doing that. Just, it's not a smart move. Curtis Mason says, last April Fool's Day, I texted my mom and sister first thing in the morning that my ex was pregnant with my baby. They both fell for it, and I had to quickly reveal the prank because they got riled up. Curtis. The pregnant ones that's tough. It's a lot. I think that, oh boy. Richard Okotoro says, hi, Roxy. Always good to see you. Good to see you, too. Have you seen Godzilla vs. Kong yet? If so, what are your thoughts? That was an epic killing of the fly, by the way. Thanks, Richard. I have seen it. I loved it. And I think we're going to talk about it on World Girls on Sunday. Thank you for asking. But in general, I thought it was so much fun. Some of the dialogue was woof, but who cares? It was a really fun movie. Really fun. Curtis says, advice does help. It's a new coworker I've been getting good vibes from. With coworker, you really want to make sure you spend the amount of time to know that it is a mutual thing, because otherwise you can make it awkward in the office. So really take your time with that one. It's not going away, especially if you guys are coworkers. So hopefully that helps a little more with the advice as well. Oh boy, we're almost done with this April Fool's episode and this April Fool's Day, and I will be very happy for it to be April 2nd. But before we get to that point, going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Dragon17 says, "Hey Roxy, looking cute as always. Can you talk about you and Daymom balance his IG in Star Wars study?" Oh, Damon? I'm assuming you're talking about Alex Damon and the studying balance of his IG in Star Wars. So, yeah, obviously I can't give everything away, Dragon, but I really appreciate you asking. For the most part, Alex Damon is one of my most self-sufficient studiers, especially when it comes to Star Wars. What's really hard about being in a Star Wars division like Star Wars, actually just in the Star Wars division, is that when you are in singles or teams or even IG, any one of us in the faction can help you study and quiz you, because any one of us can ask questions that's for an IG match or a singles or for a singles match, a teams match, or even an IG match, because, you know, at least all of us have some nerdy knowledge. The level that they're at in Star Wars, it is so hard if you are not an intense, serious Star Wars contender to ask questions, which is why I'm so happy to have Zach on the team this year, because he's been awesome. But really, Damon for Star Wars is challenging. And so we've had to really go back through a lot of things not go back through a lot of things, but we've had to really rely on the fact that he is going back through things. And as much as we can try to help, a lot of it's really on him. And he's done an amazing job doing that. Also, for his job, every day he's in the world of Star Wars. So he's got his own thing there. For IG, we really focus more on our efforts IG as a team, because not only is he studying at the same time that Brandon Hannah's studying, but also a lot of our other players, you never know what's going to happen. And so I want all of my players to be able to and willing and ready to step in. And so there's a lot of great group IG training going on and more individual or smaller group Star Wars training going on. Thanks for asking. Ace Club 96 says, "I told my siblings I got back with my ex-wife and she was pregnant. They cussed me out, and of course they knew it was an April Fool's prank." Wait. Okay, I just get nervous that the bug's gone, but it's still there. I don't know why I keep panicking that the bug's gonna be gone. Just keep panicking. Damith ASAP says, "You know everyone's rooting against him because he's winning all the time." I think you are dead ass wrong about that. I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but everyone I know is rooting for Damon. Everyone I know roots for Damon, mostly because he is the greatest dude. He's just so awesome and works so hard and is ridiculously deserving. I don't know anybody who doesn't root for him. So I don't agree. Everyone I know or talk to, even before he was on my team, roots for Damon. So I'm not saying that I'm not taking any credit for that. That's not something I did. That's something Alex Damon did just by being an absolute legend. In the same way, because say that people don't root for somebody who always wins. Everybody rooted for Michael Jordan. Everyone roots for Alex Damon. Ryan Payne, 1,000% wrong, but it's your opinion. I'm wrong or he's wrong? Mark, I root for the Stars in general. Hell yeah. I root for Team Roxy. Zachary, you're very nice. Glenn says, and he is super nice. He's so nice. He's so nice. He's really, really wonderful. Yeah. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. So is Alex Damon. That's the point. Going back into Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Leonard Kim says, "Hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, how is your Passover going so far? Any special celebrations? Just curious. The hair looks gorgeous." Thanks, Leonard Kim. I haven't really been able to celebrate. I got to talk to my grandparents a little bit and do the stream on it, but no, I haven't really been able to celebrate, and I really could use some amazing brisket and matzo ball soup, but just hasn't been in the cards for me this year, which is sad, but just kind of the case. It happens sometimes. Glenn Caesar says, Roxy, I've heard on Twitter that this was the 6th time that this has happened with James Charles. Once, okay, perhaps that could be the case, maybe, but for it to seemingly have happened 6 times, nah, to me, that reason / excuse no longer holds weight. I totally hear you. And that's kind of what he talks about in the video. He's like, I know this has happened so many times. It's really embarrassing. It's because I'm desperate. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he is really sorry, which I'm not believing fully, you got to remove yourself. And that's what I was talking about with, I was getting drunk and doing the same thing over and over, or using and doing the same thing over and over. And I thought I was sorry in the moment. I thought I understood, but I clearly did not. Because I just kept doing it. So I just try to give people, especially under the age of 25, I try to know that people can grow. And I'm not saying that he will. And I think what he's doing is disgusting. And I hope he takes a step back and becomes a better person, because who he is now is not going to cut it. That's just my whole viewpoint on the situation. All right. April Fools, you mother freaking rock stars. I love you guys a lot. We are going to get out of here. And we've almost made it through April Fools together. So thank you guys all for being here with me for this late night show. Tomorrow we'll be back normal time, which is 1 p.m. I'm going to do only stupid answers in the morning, live at the Roxy at 1. And then I've got a match to tape. Can't tell y'all which one. Just got a lot of work to do. John Bainbridge, because he's desperate. Yikes. I know. What a weird fucking excuse that was. So good night to all of you guys, to Martin S., to Loudy Ferdinand, Rob Fishbeck, Jeremy Purdy, Andrew Thomas, B. Lee, Weston Ira, Lemmy Kilmister, Glenn Caesar, Evan Hooker, Almo Cease, Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, you hated MJ? Woof. Woof. Ryan Payne, Weston Iro, Zachary Gibbons, Joseph Ashley, Mark Jason Ali, John Bainbridge, Simply Emily, Jose Maxwell. Ooh, Bear Hudson in the house. Bear, we haven't seen you in a minute. I could use all the well wishes today. I found out my dad had a tumor in his stomach that needs to be removed through surgery. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if he'll make it. I'm crying. But the thing about not knowing if he'll make it is you don't know that he won't. And so keep your mind in possibility. Keep that positive energy. I really believe it makes a difference. Everybody send bunnies to Bear. We're thinking about you and rooting for you on this. And you never know. So putting that good energy out for you. Acer 5000, Juan Mendez, Mohammed Belsin, Pink Sweets, DK, Jose Maxwell. All of you guys, thank you for being here with me on this bizarro April Fool's Day. All right. Much love, everybody. Check your internet. Blow on it. Thank you guys for sending bunnies to him. Really appreciate it. Also, make your beds probably at this point at 8 p.m. If you didn't already do it, then maybe not. Oh, Todd Fair, Nano2233. By the way, people have been commenting, guys. I'm just pausing for 1 second. In my comments or my DMs or whatever, people have been like, you haven't been giving me shout outs on the show. Where's my shout out? At the end of the show, you shouted other people out, but you didn't shout me out. Just to be honest, the entitlement with that, guys, the only people that I guarantee shout outs to are people who Streamlabs and Super Chat in. And at the end of the show, just for fun, sometimes I just let you guys know that I'm seeing you. I don't know many other YouTubers who do that. I'm doing it because I love you guys, and I just try to give Big Mo Podcast, try to give as many shout outs as I can, just because I want you guys to be seen and heard. But the amount of people who message me, which is so fucking many people, like, where was my shout out? Where was my shout out? It almost makes me want to never do shout outs again. So if I miss you guys one time because I read other people, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Just think about it. Just think about how much that doesn't mean anything other than I was just reading other names. I'm not on purpose leaving anybody else out. I'm not anything. I just want to let some people know that I'm here. Oh, I meant to just put up Brian Nelson. You don't need to shout me out. I'll shout you out. Ryan, shout out to you for sure. Shout out, I want to give shout outs to everybody, but it just sometimes it just doesn't work that way. So ZB, Damith, ASAP. I'm letting you guys know that's how it works. I'm not trying to on purpose pin any of you guys or shout out more of you guys than other people. John G, I love everyone. Todd Fair, I don't hate you. I'm so grateful for you, and you've been really supportive of me, and I really appreciate that. It has nothing to do with you. You are one of like 50 people who has said something about this. It's just not how shout outs work. I'm just reading some names. So, that's how that. Jeremy Purdy said I was third on the shout out. Love that shit. The more you comment, the more likely you get a shout out. That's the truth, though. Don't trend with the Holocaust. We already know that advice, but it's really important to remember. No, Todd, don't cry. Oh my God. It makes me not even want to do this. Ugh. Melissa Byrne. All right, toilet seat down. The flumes. Okay. We're getting Jalen Brooks. Yeah. All right. Okay. I guess stay safe, stay sane. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's just too much sometimes. Happy April 1st. Hope you make it through the night okay.